Studio owners, stick around. In this video, we're going to share part 2 of our secret shopping gym series.
Hold on, my chair is like slowly going down.
You've got the sinking chair. Studio owners, stick around. In this video, we are going to share part 2 of our secret shopping series. I'm McKenna, I'm the video production manager, and today I'm joined with Amanda. She's one of our video producers. And Amanda and I have kind of been experiencing some fitness studios. If you haven't seen part 1 of this video, go ahead and click the link in the description below. The goal for us is to go and experience a studio or gym as a member and what that process looks like. Amanda, can you tell me a little bit about a recent experience that maybe did some things really well?
Yeah, so recently I started a 2-week trial after I just finished my last membership at a gym that closed down. That's for another story. And I was really nervous because this was a bigger gym than I was used to. But whenever I showed up to the gym, I was greeted by friendly people. They were very thorough. They asked me what my fitness goals were. They sat me down. I had like an hour conversation with one of the reps. And I just felt like really, really comfortable there, even though it was a gym that I'd typically be uncomfortable at. I got a full tour of the entire facility, and I even got a welcome workout for free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was about 30 minutes long, but they went through my fitness goals with me again and like took a deeper dive into nutrition and just asked me like what I was looking for. And that was really, really helpful for me because that made me feel even more welcome and even more ready to start my workouts on my own there. It was more of like a self-guided gym with personal training available. Mm-hmm. I ultimately decided to do self-guided, but the information that I took and that I got from him was super helpful and really just made me feel excited to start working out.
Yeah, I know a couple things Amanda mentioned here was, one, you were feeling nervous to come in, but then you smiling faces immediately you walked in. So that's lesson number 1. Greet people. I know we've talked with a lot of studio owners and they say like people are really scared to come into the studio. And I know I've been there too, and I'm sure you have as well, where you just, you know, you sit in the car and you're like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Like, what do I do? And when you see that first smiling face, it's a game changer.
Yeah. And I'm not new to gyms or working out. Mm-hmm. And I was still super nervous. Like walking in, I didn't know what to expect. And it was a location that's pretty far than what I'm comfortable with. So I was already going in like thinking like, if this doesn't work out, like it's fine, it's still kind of far. But the value that they presented to me during that initial like greeting made me completely forget about how far it was. And like, it's like 15 minutes away from my house, but I don't even care driving that far anymore.
Because the value of them listening to your goals, hearing you out, taking that time is better than driving the 15 minutes. That's amazing. I'll share a little bit about my experience. So recently I've been going to like several gyms, and one thing I noticed was kind of tying it back to your piece, like the overall like why, but this is in a different sense where at the very end of class, they took some time to like set your intentions for the day. And it wasn't even a yoga class. Like normally that's kind of like popular in yoga. This was a class like during the stretching portion. So we're all like sitting in class and, you know, the instructor's giving this like inspirational speech and setting like, okay, now this is your time to like set your intention for the day. And why that kind of hit different for me was because like it's not just now a place that I'm working out, it's now a place I'm growing and learning and wanting to inspire myself to like be a better person. And I think something you guys can take away from that experience is don't just make it about the workout, bring something, you know, deeper into it, so that way it's not just like, oh, it's my gym, it's no, this is my community, this is my why, this is my, you know, place to become better. I thought that was a really neat experience that was pretty good.
Yeah, and whenever I was talking to the rep at my initial like meet and greet, whenever we were talking about our fitness goals, he even like mentioned, what's a celebrity you would want to look like?
Oh.
And before I was like, oh, I just want to like be skinnier, blah blah blah. But him like actually having me like stop and think of like a more specific like shape that I'm looking for really stuck with me. And while it wasn't like emotional, I was still like visualizing myself looking that way.
Yeah, like the visualization piece of it. Who did you choose?
Kourtney Kardashian.
I can see it. You got the like little.
Yeah, because it's not like too far away. Like I feel like she's filled in and she looks good.
She looks good. Yeah. You look good though too. So you don't.
Thank you.
Blushing. So those are some good experiences. Something for you guys to all take away, you know, tying it back to their why, having that conversation at first. Let's switch gears a little bit and talk about a time where maybe you didn't have the greatest experience. What was that like?
So right before I started the free trial with the place I just talked about, I had signed up for another free trial at a different gym. And whenever I walked into this gym, I immediately felt like super lost. Like first of all, I didn't even have a workout in mind or like anything in mind. And as soon as I entered the building, like it just felt very empty and very unfriendly. And then once I got to the front desk, the lady just had me like sign a paper and didn't even really talk to me, didn't smile once. I don't even think she looked me in the eye. So already from the start, I was even more uncomfortable and even more like lost. I didn't know where anything was. I didn't know what any of these machines did. Like I said before, I'm not new to a gym, but like it would have really helped if she kind of walked me through and said, this is where the water fountain is. Like, not even that. And this gym was like 5 minutes away from my house. So that was the main reason I wanted to go there. After that first experience, I never returned. I didn't even finish my free trial because it wasn't worth it to me. Even though it was 5 minutes away, I still didn't see the value in it versus this place that was 15 minutes away that I go to like 3 times a week now, so.
And that's a huge point for everyone listening that, you know, maybe we think it's location, and sometimes it can be, that can be, you know, an issue that arises. Obviously, make sure you guys are doing your client intake form, which you can grab your free copy in the description below. But I've driven 30 minutes to a gym before, and that's because that gym stacked so much value. So that first time experience is just crucial. So did you stay for that whole, you didn't stay for the full free week, but what about that first day? Did you stay for the like length of the class, or you just walked?
No.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was overwhelmed. I started picking up like dumbbells and like sort of doing a workout, and ultimately I ended up doing like a 30-minute workout. Like I didn't get anything out of it. I didn't even sweat, I don't think. But the whole time, like I just felt like out of place. Probably I wasn't out of place, but I just felt that way like from the start. So I kind of like rushed through my workout. I didn't even know where like half of the equipment was, so I didn't do like certain parts of my workout that I wanted to. And I just kind of like kept my head down and got out of there.
That's sad. That's unfortunate because, you know, it could have been super convenient for you.
Yeah.
They just chose not to do that. One thing I want to mention with not a specific studio where they went bad, but just a couple where I think they could improve upon. A lot of studios that I've gone to just let me, right after the class leaves, it's a great class, great entrance, you know, good, like meeting me firsthand, walking me through my goals and all that stuff, things we've just talked about. But at the very end of class, they just let me leave. They don't, you know, follow up, and that's a huge thing because, you know, even sometimes I will like stick around, just like have casual conversations, and they'll not bring up anything like, oh, do you want to get started on a membership? They're afraid, which is why training is so important. And we actually have a whole training program here. It's called Latimer Virtual Training, where we actually train staff members to go in and ask for that sale after the class. It's a whole process that should be, it's a play you're running. So if you want to learn more about Latimer Virtual Training, just go ahead and click the link in the description below. It'll be a free strategy call. You fill out your form, and then someone on our team will reach out with you shortly. But I think there's something so important about, you know, making sure that after the class, you know, you're tying it like, okay, are we ready to talk about pricing? I think people are often scared of that.
Yeah. And another thing about this studio I'm at right now is every time I enter, I'm looking forward to them greeting me because I know that they are. And every time I leave, they always say like, oh, thank you for coming, like enjoy the rest of your day. And if they don't say it, which I think only happened one time ever, I'm like, oh, why didn't they say bye to me? Yeah. So that is like so important, and it's like the little things that really count.
Yeah, it's those little things that make a huge difference. And like I had mentioned in the start of this video, we do this so that we can share our experiences, because the people that we come into their studios, they have no idea that we work for Loud Room or that we're in this space and this is top of mind for us. So we do this that way we can give this information to you guys to learn from these experiences and use it to your advantage. And I've mentioned this in videos before, dumb people make a mistake and they make the mistake again. Smart people make a mistake and they learn from their mistake, but geniuses learn from other people's mistakes and don't use that. So I know I've said that several times. I should just get it tattooed on my body at this point, but it's just really, we want to help you guys and be the geniuses of the fitness world. So thank you guys so much for watching.
And if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, go ahead, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this one.